Good day, Real Talk community. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Real Talk with Zing. Here on Real Talk, we share our truths, compare battle scars, and get free, non judgmental advice. Those persons who are interested in sending their stories can do so on Instagram and YouTube. All right, let's get into today's letter. So, I can give you some backstory, a little back info on this letter. This letter came in two parts. The person sent the body of the letter and went ahead to send some additional information about themselves. This person is a male and he wanted us to know that he's not overweight. All right, so let's get into the letter. Dear Zing, I'm writing you because I'm really embarrassed about something. I don't know what to do. I have really smelly armpits and feet, even though I bathe every day. It is so gross. I feel like I stink all the time, and it's really affecting my confidence. I've tried using different deodorants and soaps, but nothing seems to work for more than a few hours. I'm worried that people at school are going to start noticing and think I'm gross. Please help me. What can I do to get rid of this stinky problem? Okay. Well, I have a friend of the Real Talk community online who is also going to be giving us some advice as to how to fix the problem. What do you think is really happening here with this young man?
I mean, everyone is different, everybody is different, but I personally think that it depends on his age as well. But I personally think that it could be a form of hormonal changes that's happening to his body. That could be one of the number one reasons why this is happening. You know what I mean? These things happen during puberty. I'm not sure what age group, like I said, he is, but I mean, it happens. As well as it could be several other things as well. It could be the fact that maybe he exercises, maybe he exerts a lot of energy, you know what I mean, and a lot of sweat. So that could be one of the other reasons. There are so many things that we could speculate what causes this, but I think that he would probably need, my opinion is that he would need to be seen by his physician to actually, you know, tell him what the actual problem is. We could sit here and speculate a lot of things, but the real thing to do is to actually go to a doctor and be diagnosed if there is a diagnosis. Okay. You know what I mean?
All right,
Go ahead.
I definitely agree with you. If it is that we can't give him any suggestions that would actually work, then the next step would definitely to be diagnosed by a physician.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm not sure what background he's from, what's his heritage, you know what I mean? But for us Jamaicans, I'm sure you know, Zing, that for us Jamaicans, our parents and grandparents would say, you know, that's nothing that a little baking soda can't fix. So I'm not sure if he's aware that baking soda is one of the number one things in Jamaica that people use for like smelly feet and, you know, like body odor. For example, I'm not sure, but I'm telling you, Ryder, if you're listening, I'm telling you this is something you could try and then let us know, you know, if it helps. But for one, you could try to buy a baking soda and use a little underneath your armpits and, you know, put some in like your shoes, like your sneakers, your shoes, whatever it is that you're wearing on your feet, in your sock, whatever. But that's the number one, you know, remedy in Jamaica for us Jamaicans in our culture. I'm not sure what background you're from, but that's my take on it. That's my remedy for you to try before you know. ultimately go and get a diagnosis.
And the situation could be as simple as that he doesn't shave or trim the hairs underneath his armpits. Jamaican men, culturally,
Exactly.
Jamaican men do not shave their arms. They believe it's a female thing.
Exactly.
And so the underneath his arms right now could be breeding bacteria. And bacteria is what
Exactly.
smells, not the sweat itself, because sweat is 99, well, it's 90% water, and everything else is like
Exactly.
urea and everything else. So that now is causing him to have a strong body odor.
Exactly, and as like I said, there could be several reasons, and we could sit here all day speculating. But what I'm saying too is, it could be as simple as that you just mentioned, Zing, as well as it could even be the fact that possibly he's not, he's not taking care of his body properly, in terms of, not saying he's not trying his best, but maybe he needs to, step it up in the showering. You know what I mean? Like, shower more often. You know what I mean? Get those hard to reach areas.
Yes.
It could be as simple as that, between the toes, when it comes to the feet, underneath the arms, the groin area. You know what I mean? Stuff like those. So it could be as simple as that.
All right. So we are making a recommendation that you spend a little extra time cleaning yourself, and we're going to recommend that you use an antibacterial soap to clean your armpits and your pubic area and between your toes. Those areas that you're having the issue with, ensure that you spend a little extra time. And don't use the frowsy rag where you're having at the bathroom. No, because if you use frowsy things clean your body, then you're going to still smell. So I would recommend using a clean wash rag or a loofah to clean your body. All right. So we're going to recommend the antibacterial soap, clean rags and loofahs, and dry with a clean towel. What about the deodorant? What kind of deodorant are we recommending that he uses?
I mean, the deodorant thing is very tricky, because even for us, I'm sure you know that, Zing, even for us, it's kind of hard to find one that really works. It's something, my recommendation is, you have to keep changing it. After a few months of using one particular one, then if you realize it's not working for you, you can change to another one. But a great brand would be, for starters, for him, I feel like a great brand would be Degree. Because Degree is one of the top.
Yes. Ensure that whatever deodorant you're buying is not just one roll on, it's an antiperspirant, and you can try Degree. Arm and Hammer is a good one too.
Right.
So we say
there's a new one called Native.
It's called what?
It's more vegan. It's called Native. I'm not sure.
Native. Yes.
Where it's from. But it's a good one as well.
Right. So he said he has tried different deodorants, but possibly he has not been using the right one. Possibly he's been using one for too long, and then the body gets, I don't want to use the word immune, but the body gets used to it. And especially if you're not cleaning under the arm, you just start to have that strong ranking scent. That is
right.
All right. So
another major problem could also be Zing, that maybe he doesn't change his clothes that often.
All right.
He has undergarment that he wears for, like, maybe, you know how men are sometimes, because some of them, if they think that they don't sweat a lot, they'll maybe wear a undershirt for like 2 days,
right?
Or a merino, or whatever they call it, a vest. Maybe they wear it for like more than a day. I would recommend that he changes all those things, undergarments and everything overall, each day. Washcloth, wash rags every week. Use a new one.
Yeah, and
this is you trying to reach to the solution to the problem. So these are some of the steps that we're recommending that you take, writer.
Definitely, we are recommending that you really take note of what you've been doing and make some changes to it. Now, you said that he should try baking soda in his shoes to see if it can neutralize the odor. But possibilities that he also needs to wear socks if he's not wearing socks. And he needs to clean his feet, be deliberate. So get some warm water, put some Epsom salt or some baking soda in the water, clean between the toes. A lot of men in our culture don't think that these are things that they should do. They think only women do those things. And because of it, they find that they have a lot of hygienic problems. Yes. Right. So we're going to recommend that you take a more deliberate stance with your hygiene. Clean the feet. And if he is wearing socks, make sure they're changed every day. Yes. Do not repeat them. Okay. Carla, I want to ask you this. Do you think that it's a possibility that he needs to do something about his laundry as well? I recall when my mother sent me to wash my clothes as a younger girl. Sometimes me go and wash the clothes and me not wash it so good. And when you go for iron it, you smell the perspiration come up, and then your mother say, go and go, that never wash. Put it back in the wash. If you're not washing your clothing properly, the sweat and the bacteria from prior wears come with you on your next journey. So that is totally true. Absolutely correct. And also, if the soap isn't washed out properly from that garment that you're, or whatever laundry you're doing, then that soap make that garment musty when it gets dried. Right. So we are also going to recommend that a more deliberate stance is taken with the cleaning of the clothing. All right. So let's recap. We're going to recommend that he does what? First thing, clean the body. Yes. Clean his body. Pay attention to, his hygiene and his, routines. We're going to recommend hygienic routines. Right. I would recommend, secondly, that baking soda. I would recommend that he really tries that. To see if it neutralizes the odor or whatever. I read that the laundry, try to make sure the laundry is properly done. Do not repeat on the clothing, on the garments. Do not even repeat your clothing unless they're laundered. You know what I mean? Yes. What else did we say? And then if all those things do not work, the next step would be to, seek a physician's help. Sounds like a good piece of advice to me. All right. So, Senda, that's our take on the matter. Thank you so much. Right. Thank you so much. We'd love to have you back on our community talk next time. Can we look forward to speaking with you again, Carla? Definitely. Okay. All right. And for anyone else who is interested in speaking with me, you can certainly send us your phone number in the stories here link on Instagram or YouTube. We'd love to have different callers. Thank you so much, my friend. Have a good day. Take care. You too.